With the return of Battlefield this year, 2042 is finally in a good position, and I'm starting to finally enjoy the game again. However, I can understand that being a new Battlefield player can have its challenges, especially because the game actually doesn't really teach you how to be like a team player. It teaches you how the game modes work, but it doesn't teach you exactly like what each specialist does and the role that you're supposed to provide for your team. And that's the thing about Battlefield that makes it different from other first-person shooters. It's a team-based game. You should be thinking about what your gadgets and like what you can provide for your team, because that's how you're going to win the game. You can't solo it. You could be the first place on your team, but you're still gonna lose because the rest of your team is dragging behind you when it comes to performance, revives, healing, all that sort of stuff. So here's a guide on how to efficiently be a team player. It's actually more of a mindset than any specific amount of tips that I can give you in a singular video, but these three things that you can do will massively improve your gameplay, I promise. First tip I have for you is spotting. I'm not sure if people know exactly that 3D spotting is now in the game, meaning that you can press the like ping or spot button on an enemy and it will show them on the map to all of your teammates for several seconds. Before I continue though, I need to get the misconception out of the way. Recons are not snipers, at least not necessarily. Recon, it means to like survey. Recon specialists do have proficiency with sniper rifles. At least the sniping that I'm referring to is being hundreds, if not thousands of meters in the back of the map, being far away from your team, trying to get those 1,000 meter, 360 no scope headshots. Spotting is incredibly powerful, and doing it more than the enemy team can win you matches. I've actually done it exclusively on a Casper drone on some games, and I've racked up to 70 assists once. And the person on the enemy team once complained that their team was bad, and I just simply told them, well, you lost the game because you would not shoot down my Casper drone, so your entire team was just, exposed in 4K for like the entire round. That's the power of spotting. So just get in the habit of doing it. You don't have to play a recon operator to be able to spot. You can do it as any class. Second tip I'd give you is reviving. Usually the team who revives the most is the team who wins, because they'll be the ones who bleed the tickets the slowest. If you're playing a non-support character, then you can only revive squad mates, but if you're playing a support character, you can revive everyone on your team. Playing Falk is, she's the best medic in the game, so she revives instantly and she can provide heals from like meters away. Seriously, you can single-handedly carry the team on your back just by being the one who revives the most, and often that's the thing that falls upon myself. Actually, I play Falk so much that I've been trying to play other classes, and just for this video, playing other classes for me is incredibly difficult because of my, my obsession, I guess, with making sure that my team is as supported as it can be. While Falk is the best at reviving, Irish is the best at defending areas in general because of his shoot-down sentinel, which everybody loves or hates. So honestly, play either of those. Angel at the moment is the weakest support specialist, and I wouldn't even really bother with him right now. The third and final tip that I can give you for improving your team play is being able to switch roles in the middle of a match. I actually had a bit of an argument with a friend the other day about him just not wanting to switch roles because, for a lot of people, it's just outside of their comfort zone. So that's just a thing that I have to accept, playing a team-based game. And honestly, I completely disagree. Any Battlefield veteran that has played Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, hell, even Battlefield 1, they can all tell you that's completely bullshit. You have to switch roles or the likelihood of your team losing increases. It can quite literally negatively impact your gameplay. And it also can just make the game less fun for you. If you're not getting revived at all, then what are you gonna do? Bitch at your team and just tell them they're all shit?
I don't want peace. I want problems, always!
No, you're gonna play as a medic. That's the only logical explanation that I can come to, at least. At least if you're not a shitter. And I don't mean to, to insult anyone's, playstyle. There's a lot of playstyles in this game, and honestly, just being able to adapt and switch between playstyles, even when you're not comfortable with doing it, is paramount to success. You don't even have to be good at a particular play style for it to positively impact your team, and that's the biggest thing that I think people need to remember. You can be a shit medic, but the fact that you're still reviving people at least, a little bit, and healing people at least a little bit will dramatically increase your success. Okay, I think I covered everything that I wanted to talk about. Battlefield has always been a team game, like quite literally forever, and all too often I see people complaining in the all chat about how bad their team is. With these tips, you'll be doing exponentially more for your team, and as the best Battlefield players are objective oriented, not performance oriented. The topic of team play, I actually don't see covered that often, and considering the game doesn't even really teach you how to be a team player at all, that job falls on us, the community. Okay, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I'll see you on the battlefield.